This summer, Instacart presents famous summer flavors coming to your front door. Or pool. Or hotel.
Your grocery delivery has arrived, sir.
That was faster than room service.
No violins in the lobby.
Oh, seriously? Anyway, sit back, relax, and get delivery in as fast as 30 minutes. Starring your favorite snacks, drinks, and more. Download Instacart for free delivery on your first 3 orders. Rated H for hungry audiences. Offer valid for a limited time. Minimum $10 per order. Excludes restaurants. Additional terms and fees apply.
On today's Smart 7, search for super yacht survivors continues. Obama backs Kamala and lots more. It's Wednesday, 21st of August. It's National Senior Citizens Day and happy birthday, Usain Bolt.
The Smart 7. It's news, but not the news.
At least 12 Palestinians were killed in an airstrike on a school on Tuesday, although Israeli forces claimed they had struck a Hamas base embedded in the site. Meanwhile, the bodies of 6 Israeli hostages were recovered on Tuesday after an operation near the city of Khan Yunis. The 6 men who were abducted by Hamas on October 7th were known to have died in the last months, according to their families, based on IDF intelligence briefings. There was no immediate progress on the ceasefire talks, although US Secretary of State Anthony Blinken was in Egypt and then travelled to Doha, where it is hoped talks might resume later this week. Daniel Levy is the president of the US Middle East Project, and he's sceptical that any real progress can be made.
Wishful thinking is not a policy, spin is not a policy, but it can get you through news cycles. The BBC and other Western media are reporting that maybe there's a deal being done, but I can tell you that in the region, no one is buying it.
Associate Professor of History at Georgetown University in Qatar, Abdullah Al-Arian doesn't sound convinced that all of the talks will actually lead to peace either.
This is just bad political theater. This is just an attempt to actually allow the war to be prolonged, allow the Israeli onslaught to continue. It's meant to keep at bay the possibility of retaliation from the likes of Iran and Hezbollah.
Russia confirmed on Tuesday that Ukraine has now managed to destroy 3 key bridges in the Kursk region, which will greatly complicate their attempts to repulse the ongoing Ukrainian incursion. Ukraine now claims to control 1,250 square kilometers of Russian territory, what President Zelensky is calling a buffer zone against Russia, and fierce fighting has been reported. Russia's Minister of Foreign Affairs Sergei Lavrov says there will be no peace talks as long as Ukraine continues its assault.
The president said very clearly that after the attacks on the Kursk region, not even attacks, but the invasion of the Kursk region, there can be no talk of any negotiations. We will certainly assess this situation a little later.
Russia's forces have continued to push in the Donbas, announcing that they'd now captured the New York settlement, and Sky's military analyst Mike Clark says the twin offensives have created an unpredictable battlefield dynamic.
You know, war is about chaos. It's about creating chaos and coping with chaos on your side better than the other guy. And both sides are now trying to create a bit of chaos for the other.
The whole world has been gripped by the tragic story of the super yacht that sank off Sicily on Sunday night. Search parties are struggling to explore the sunken vessel, with local rescuers taking it in turns to try and access the 56-metre Bayesian super yacht. It appears to have been capsized by a freak waterspout during a storm, but you can be sure there'll be many true crime podcasts exploring what really happened. There are still 6 people missing: tech entrepreneur Mike Lynch and his daughter, along with the international chairman of Morgan Stanley and other high-profile guests. The UK's ambassador to Italy, Edward Llewellyn, is in Porticello near where the yacht sank, and he says he and his team are doing everything they can to help.
I've spoken to most of the British survivors, but I've tried to underline to them that we'll do whatever we can practically to help in this very difficult, distressing, heartbreaking situation. I think that's the most important thing, we as an embassy can do.
Tuesday saw day 2 of the Democratic Party's convention in Chicago. The first night saw a surprise early appearance by Vice President Kamala Harris and a moving tribute to Joe Biden. Tuesday night's main event saw Chicago native Barack Obama address a packed convention centre. Introduced by his wife Michelle, who told the audience that hope was making a comeback, President Obama called Trump weird and obsessed with crowd sizes and pledged his support for both Walz and Harris as Democratic nominees.
We shouldn't be the world's policemen, and we can't eradicate every cruelty and injustice in the world. But America can be and must be a force for good. That's what Kamala Harris believes, and so do most Americans.
Still
to come on the Smart 7. England's Pope takes up the bat and Chapel Roan wishes you'd leave her alone. Right after this.
This summer, Instacart presents famous summer flavors coming to your front door. Or pool. Or hotel.
Your grocery delivery has arrived, sir.
That was faster than room service.
No violins in the lobby.
Oh, seriously? Anyway, sit back, relax, and get delivery in as fast as 30 minutes. Starring your favorite snacks, drinks, and more. Download Instacart for free delivery on your first 3 orders. Rated H for hungry audiences. Offer valid for a limited time. Minimum $10 per order. Excludes restaurants. Additional terms and fees apply.
Welcome back. Wednesday sees cricket back in the spotlight as England welcomes Sri Lanka for the first of a 3-test series, but without captain Ben Stokes. It's been 8 years since Sri Lanka played in a test series in England, and they're facing an England side that is missing a few key players in Stokes and Zach Crawley, who is out with a broken finger. England's fill-in captain is Ollie Pope, and it's his first time taking the lead of the national team. Although he's been vice-captain for about 18 months, he was sounding confident and quietly proud to get the opportunity.
It's not necessarily something you dream about, but it's one of the greatest honours I see in English cricket. It's an honour to lead the team out for this series. It's exciting for me, and it's a chance for us as a team to sort of try and take a step forward with.
Singer Chapel Roan has been busy becoming an overnight success for about 7 years now. She was signed to Atlantic Records at just 17, was dropped after her first album, and reinvented herself as an independent artist. She's been the hottest ticket in 2024, touring with Olivia Rodrigo and recording the largest crowd ever seen at Lollapalooza, and now chart success is following. But she's not sure if she wants to be super famous, and now she's gone viral for calling out some of the stranger parts of her fan base.
If you saw a random woman on the street, would you yell at her from the car window? Would you harass her in public? Would you stalk her family? Would you follow her around? This is a lady you don't know, and she doesn't know you at all. I'm a random bitch. You're a random bitch. Just think about that for a second.
You probably don't remember the panic that went on before the turn of the century. Yep, the whole world got millennium fever when it turned out that a basic flaw in computer design could in theory end up turning off civilization as the clocks reset themselves to 00. In the end, it was more of a damp squib than anything, but now the story of the global panic has been turned into a movie by A24 that hits cinemas in December. Called Y2K, it's a horror comedy that stars Rachel Ziegler alongside Jaden Martell and Julian Dennison in a world where society shuts down on New Year's Eve.
We are experiencing major problems as a result of the Y2K breakdown.
Bye-bye, human race.
We're talking global computer apocalypse.
Sorry, guys. I guess you're...
You've been listening to The Smart 7. We'll be back tomorrow at 7 a.m. Hit that follow button and have a great day. Give us 7 minutes, we'll give you the world.
At Ashley, you'll find colorful furniture that brings your home to life. Ashley makes it easier than ever to express your personal style with an array of looks in fun trending hues to choose from earth tones to vibrant colors to calming blues and greens. Ashley has pieces for every room in the house in the season's most sought-after shades. A more colorful life starts at Ashley. Shop in store, online today. Ashley, for the love of home.